Thousands of crore was spent on promoting Sanskrit today, and the money that they spent to promote Sanskrit, which are taken from majority of Indians, majority of people from South India, and they got no connection to Sanskrit. But did you know that once upon a time, centuries ago, this language was forbidden for most of the Indians in the name of religion, in the name of caste. But why Indian government is promoting Sanskrit today? What they gonna achieve by promoting Sanskrit? Is it a language for all? Is it a scientific language, or is it a language to show their Brahminic superiority or to show their caste superiority? We will see that in this video. Sanskrit emerged 3000 years ago, but not as a common people language. It was emerged as a language for elite scholarly people. It was primarily used in rituals, grammar, literature, Panini, and so on. So since it was never be a language for common people, it was used by Brahmin elite people to showcase their caste hierarchy, to make sure that the language will not be used by common people. They call it as a Deva Bhasha, so it is language of God. Only they can speak and they can use this language to communicate with God. So that is the reason it was forbidden for common people. Dalits, Sudras, women, and even some section of Vaishya community were denied access to learn Sanskrit language. Manusmriti and Dharma Shastras laid out strict punishment to Sudras for even hearing Sanskrit verses. Even the oral conversation or the oral transmission were kept secretly to make sure that the God's language will not be used by common people. Anything which won't reach the mass will decline over the time. Exactly the same thing had happened to Sanskrit. People started using simple languages, simple other Indo-Aryan languages in their everyday communication. Even the Brahmins started using the normal language in their everyday communication to communicate with normal people. That leads to Sanskrit decline. And nowadays, there are very few people or very handful people who can communicate in Sanskrit. The language which was once showcased as the language of gods, the language which was once used to show the Brahminic superiority, is keep on declining, and the language is dead now. And less than 25,000 people in India used to speak the language. And why the Indian government is promoting and whose culture they are saving and in whose tax money they are spending on Sanskrit. What is the use to learn Sanskrit? The question must arise. Sanskrit is now tied to cultural nationalism. It was tied towards Hindutva and Brahminic pride. They just want to bring back the dead language in the cost of every Indian taxpayer's money. When Indian government is spending too much money on a dead language like Sanskrit, they don't bat any eye on languages like Odia, Tulu, Konkani, and there are a lot of North Indian languages like Maithili, Bhojpuri, and so on. Now we are spending crores on its corpse, and we are ignoring the lot of other Indian languages, and we are ignoring the lot of other problems that needs to be addressed today.